Game 7 in Boston between those two awesome young stars. Giannis, so brilliant throughout this entire postseason. Jayson Tatum coming off the 46-point Game 6, and it was Tatum who had the edge yesterday, JJ.
Yeah, Tatum has had some inefficient games. Yesterday was not one of those. I thought he played under control. His shot selection was great. Made some outstanding passes as a playmaker.
And then you saw Giannis on the other end missing the kind of shot he generally does it, maybe just sort of running out of steam through what has been such an incredible postseason run. Jayson Tatum knocking down a three there as the Celtics in the third quarter started opening up what had been a 5-point halftime lead, and then Grant Williams just took over.
It's a bold strategy to leave a guy who's a 41% three-point shooter open for set shots 17 times. I'm not including the 18th one because that was the end of shot clock half-court heat. I don't understand the strategy there from the Bucks. And you're going to show this a bunch, I'm sure, all day today. Giannis really struggled to finish in that second half. And maybe it was he ran out of steam.
He had 1 for 10 on contested attempts in the second half. Meanwhile, Grant Williams, as you mentioned, made 7 threes. 7 of 18 is the official number. Finished with 27 points. And this one was all over, headed through the fourth quarter. Tatum finished with 23. The Celtics advance. They'll be in Miami tomorrow night. Meanwhile, Giannis off a tough day.
You know, shots that I usually make wasn't going in, but you know, that's basketball. You know, that's sports. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. There's a winner, there's a loser. So, but you got to live with it.
I believe in myself. I believe in this team. You know, I expected to play the way I did. I expected for us to respond the way we did. So enjoy it right now. Go home, pack my bag, and get ready for the next one. Go to Miami.
All right, and he's sitting there, and just take a look at the company that Jayson Tatum is now keeping. This is most playoff points before turning 25 years old. KD, Tony Parker, LeBron, Kobe Bryant, that's where giants live, and that's where Jayson Tatum is headed now. So let's bring it back out here again with Pat Bev and JJ Redick and Brian Windhorst, who's in Boston, covered this series for us. But Pat Bev, I will give you the first thoughts here. Let's talk about Giannis. Again, we'll have plenty of time to talk about the Celtics, but for the defending champs, their season comes to an end. They had to go through pretty much the entire postseason without Chris Middleton, their number 2 player. Giannis carried them about as far as he could. What is your overall takeaway on Giannis as his season comes to an end?
Hell of a stud. Played extremely well. Gave everything he can give. Health is really important. They missed Chris Middleton in the series. Everyone knows it. Forced Giannis to do a lot. Forced the others to do a lot. Drew Holiday had to kind of play out of position a little bit more. Health is important, and it showed now.
JJ, there is some question that I've seen all over Twitter and other places from people saying that the defensive strategy of the Bucks, which basically is to pack it in the paint with their big guys and dare you to beat them from 3, and an unwillingness to change that even when it was clearly killing them in a Game 7. I'm seeing some criticism of that decision. What do you think?
They've had this basic defensive philosophy for years now. You know, since they got Brook Lopez, they pack the paint. They give up the most threes in the NBA across the regular season for years now. This is who they are defensively. It's tough to make that adjustment mid-series, mid-game. For me, it was shocking to see them basically say Grant Williams, who has had a great season shooting the basketball, was 50% in the first round against the Nets, 37% coming into this game in this series. Just, tee us up. That was really shocking. But I think Pat brought it up, and I think what this series really showed is the value of Chris Middleton. You know, in that playoff run last year, he averaged 24 points a game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. They could not score in the half court against this Boston defense, and that's where Middleton would make a difference.
I think that's fair. Look, if you take Jaylen Brown off the Celtics, they're not going to win this series because he's their second best player. And I'm not comparing the 2 players, but he's their second best player.
2A.
Okay, fair enough.
2A, 2B, because Marcus Smart is definitely.
Marcus Smart might be their most important player, right? Okay. Based upon the leadership. He brings so much. See, Marcus Smart is a fascinating guy to me. Windy, I'm coming to you in a second, I promise. He's a fascinating guy to me because Marcus Smart is one of those guys that if you're a fan of another team, he drives you crazy. But now when you really sit and watch how much he brings to that team, the way he was the one who was willing, it seems, during this season to sort of call out the way they were playing and tell Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, hey, if you don't want them to trade one of you 2 guys, this is what we need to do. I think that was the turning point of their entire season, and it might take them all the way to a championship.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know if all the way to the championship, but he definitely ruffled some feathers and got into some guys and forced them to look in the mirror and establish their play on the basketball court. But what he does, you can't really put in a jar. Like it might be something different every game. You see, he came at the last game, he turned it over at half. Came back this game, tipped dunks and all the small things, which leads you to wins like this in the playoffs.
Yeah, as one who's just been a reporter all of my life, to see the way he had the two plays that cost them at the end of Game 5, and then for him to come right out there, own it in the post-game press conference and say, we're going to go to Milwaukee and win this game. That's what leadership looks like. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.